Audio at least? Yep.
Okay, it's 6:01 PM. We'll open this meeting, council meeting here, and we'll stand for the pledge. Michelle, could you take roll, please?
Jillian Doucette and Kathy Cooper are absent tonight.
All right, we do not have Kelsey Coleman tonight, so we're going to move to the open hearing. And it's Kelsey, right? Kaylee. I'm sorry, Kaylee. Would you mind opening our hearing? Probably Matt and Allison. Okay, this public hearing, just so for the purposes of where we're at in this process, zoning has had a number of changes to the zoning code that we've been discussing for the year. We decided some months ago just to pull them up so that we come to council one time with all the changes. The most significant change is around installing a demolition process into the code. I believe that everything is in your packet. All those changes were provided to you. But I thought what I'd do is let Matt kind of summarize for council what is in front of us tonight. And then Allison is here with us tonight, and she was kind of the driver behind the demolition process, and she might have a few words for us as well. All right. So Matt, you want to go?
Yes, so the reason we started targeting updates to the demolition permit process is because there really isn't much of a process right now. Basically, you fill out an application, pay a fee, and you can tear down whatever you want. That's both good and bad, and so we wanted to make it so it's still possible to do demolition as part of your projects, but also have it so that there's a little bit more of a review process than just me signing off on whatever it may be. So that was the goal of the effort there. We have, I think this is the 13th draft that we went through of all the different changes. So we finally got that all nailed down. And then the other changes that we have collected are basically a bunch of typos. Like I discovered one day that the table of contents had like 3 pages that all reference just page 9 or something like that. I went, well, that's weird. So we fixed that. There was a couple of places where it was cross-referencing the wrong sections in citations, so I made those line up. And then the most significant actual change to the the zoning code is relating to the issues we had with the hard pool covers last year, where there were 3 properties where they were either granted a permit or had built one. So basically, we wanted to align all of the language after that was taken care of to call for standard fence heights, make sure that they have locking mechanisms on the gates and that sort of thing. So nothing too controversial, a few typos, and I even managed a typo that Councilman Hopper caught last time. So in my correction of typos, I screwed one up. So that was good. But apart from that, it's pretty harmless stuff. So should be good to go.
On the pool covers, as Matt mentioned, there's like 3 homes that installed, really, high-grade pool covers, but they did not have a fence, right? And so we had determined in our zoning code it was kind of confusing if you could use a hard cover or not. So we went through that exercise of, actually several months of zoning go through. How do we want to handle that? What do we want to end up in terms of our zoning code, in terms of its recommendation? And the final recommendation really is to have a fence, even if you want to have a hard cover, still have a fence. So that's where the zoning code is in terms of what's in front of your council tonight. And those that have the hard cover, we grandfathered them into where they were at the time that we started the process, just so you know. Okay. Allison, you want to come forward? Is that on, Allison? Just
Allison Cherubini Hilliard, 537 Melamere Drive. I just wanted to, in the absence of Kathy, come speak from a zoning perspective to give a little more context about the zoning changes, primarily around the addition of the demolition section. This probably started in July, August of 24, when I stepped in as interim zoning inspector. And a property on North Walnut, an owner approached me and wanted to demo the house. And there was a permit in there, but not a process on how that goes. And so I looked through the files to see how it had been handled previously, and it's just, pay the fee and sign the permit, and you're good to go. It made me uncomfortable from a perspective of I should not have had that power by myself without a review process. Somebody more in tune with the village and the process as a whole, I thought should be involved in it. And so that's where the conversation started. I noted it like there should really be more structure around this. And so I thank you, Matt, for the multiple iterations. And thank you, Ken, for your advice and counsel on how to go ahead and implement this. And thank you to Jeff and the Zoning Commission as we work through how to implement it fairly and equally across the village. So I just wanted to give you that context. I'm happy to see that it's going in. It certainly is not a stop on demolition. It's just a structure around how we process those applications and reviews.
Thank you. Any questions for Allison or any for Matt?
Jill Love. I just wanted to, I was just talking with Zach about asbestos, and I just think it's kind of important to note that should a home have asbestos, that there is something in the ORC that specifies asbestos, if there's, because that can be a mitigation nightmare.
Right. There is a section that talks about how all the material needs to be disposed of per the guidelines of the EPA and ORC. So I don't know if asbestos was specifically called out. We tried to just keep it general. If it needs to follow the Environmental Protection Agency guidelines. So,
But being that it's in an ORC,
yes.
it's covered, which is
Yeah.
great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So all of the table of contents numbers will be corrected, correct?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
And then I actually corrected it before I submitted the exhibits, I believe. I think so. Yeah, I made a note of it on the one we gave to her, and then in the packet you have the actual corrected version.
Okay, so then in Article 3,
Oh gosh, get another one?
3.05 through 3.08,
Hang on.
it lists page 114 instead of 14.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Hang on.
And then in Article 9.05, it references page 334 instead of, I'm assuming, 34.
Okay, well, I'll fix
And
this
that-
again.
And then I believe that is it.
Need to hire Zach as your proofreader.
No kidding. I didn't know I needed an editor. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments before we move on?
That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Allison. All right, with those changes in mind, do we have a motion to close the open hearing? Do we have a second?
Second.
Michelle, when you're ready, please.
Mike,
Yes.
Pete,
Yes.
Joe. Jill, sorry.
Yes.
Zach.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let me just explain briefly, because Jill, you were not with us when we moved through zoning on the Arrowhead project. So what we're going to do
Jeff,
now,
we need a time that we close the hearing.
we close the hearing at 6:10 p.m. So as the zoning process moves from zoning to council, we have a vote for council to accept that responsibility of moving forward. That starts the 3 readings for something that comes from zoning. That first reading will be tonight, but that's what I'll ask for a motion to proceed with the recommendation of Planning and Zoning Commission and motion to move that to council. Do we have a motion to
So moved.
I'll second.
You ready, Michelle?
Pete,
Yes.
Joe, Zach,
Yes.
and Mike.
Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, moving on. Ordinance number 2025-17, a first reading, an ordinance amending the Village of Galena zoning ordinance together with any amendments previously enacted and repealing any legislation which is inconsistent herewith. And we'll have our second reading next month. We have time now for public feedback, if there's any. All right, Zach, you reviewed the invoices for December,
Yes.
and is everything in order?
Look like it.
And Michelle, what motion would you like made tonight?
Okay. I need a motion to pay any remaining bills for 2025 as approved by the village administrator. We'll just continue paying bills until the end of the month because we still have utility bills and other miscellaneous bills.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor of that motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Resolution number 2025-57, a third reading, emergency, a resolution approving an agreement with K.E. McCartney and Associates and setting compensation. Do I have a motion to approve resolution number 2025-57? Do
So moved.
I have a second?
Second.
All right, Michelle, when you're ready.
Joe,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
and Pete.
Yes.
Okay, thank you all. Moving to other business, I just want to make a statement here. We had a pretty strong blizzard Saturday and into Sunday, and as you guys know, we are short one maintenance person, and I just want to call out Cody first of all for his dedication to the village, and he was up and going Saturday afternoon, way into the morning, and then Matt stepped in and took over. And I think that's just really remarkable. We have somebody that's sitting on a zoning job that's willing to pitch in and do that kind of work and help the village in that way. So appreciate that, Matt, very much.
I want to second that because I know our neighborhood, we're in a subdivision. We don't always expect that. And it was really nice to look out and see that the cul-de-sac was drivable.
I tried to make sure I didn't hit any mailboxes. So we're good.
You sure did. It was great.
Any other business anybody wants to bring up tonight?
Mayor, are we done with the reporter?
We are. Thank you very much. Kaylee. Organizational meetings, January 7th. Until then, obviously, enjoy your holiday, your Christmas, and thank you for a really strong year. Appreciate that. Anything else before we adjourn? I have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor to adjourn?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned at 6:14 p.m.